Alright, this is going to be a quick video on a experiment that my wife and I did. Really, it was her idea on these potatoes. Now, these are Yukon Gold potatoes. And what the experiment is, can you regrow potatoes off the same plant more than one time? What I mean is, so these were seed potatoes that were put in probably early April, and then they were harvested around sometime in June. And my wife's idea was, what happens if we put the plants, back in the ground? You've taken all the potatoes off of them. It's just there's some roots left to the actual plant itself. What happens if you put that back in the soil, water and fertilize it well, of course? Well, I thought it would pretty much die. It would instantly just kind of just wilt and just fade away. Well, it actually started producing a lot of new growth within a couple of weeks, a lot of new green growth. It started really coming to life. It was very full and bushy. It's definitely dying back now. We're in mid-September. And, they started pushing the soil up. I actually had to put more soil on top because the potatoes on top, and you don't want your potatoes to get exposed to the sun because then they'll turn green. You don't want green potatoes. They can, make you a little bit sick. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to pull these potatoes out. I'm going to put them in that box that's on a scale that's zeroed out and see how many potatoes I get. I think when we harvested them originally, it was around about 2 pounds or so. So we're going to see how many potatoes we get out of this thing. I'm just going to pull them out and we'll see. So we got 2 little small guys. These are very tiny. Here. There's a nice little cluster. One's kind of rotted there, but take that one off. And I'm just kind of tossing these ones that are little on the soft side out. Got quite a few little ants have made a nest in here. So now it's just to dig down here, see how far these guys have went. Whew. Alright, that seems to be all that's in there. So let's weigh these. Maybe like 1.5 pounds. I'm gonna add just a little bit to there's like 1.7 it says on there, but got a little bit of dirt on there. About 1.5 pounds potatoes. They're definitely a lot smaller than the first batch were, but there's more of them. I'm not counting the ones I pulled out that were kind of rotted, soft. I probably should have pulled them out a little sooner. Only once you start to see your potato plants starting to die back, that's when you want to go ahead and harvest them. So I probably should have harvested those a little bit sooner. But overall, let me get some. I just need to wipe these off with a rag. There you go. Potatoes. And like I said, these were, grown off the plant a second time. Just a plant that had its potatoes pulled off. Like basically, we pulled the potatoes off and just put these plants right back in the ground. Now, these are a lot more fried than the first ones were. Roots are smaller. But yeah, overall, the experiment worked. Maybe, personal opinion, I don't think it's worth doing. I think your harvest was a lot better off the first time. They were bigger potatoes. And I'd rather have used that for something else instead of re-putting the potatoes back in. But, maybe it's an experiment you want to try with your type of potato or this type of these Yukon Golds or whatever. Hey, maybe harvest your potatoes and put them back in. I don't think this would be great for an in-ground garden style, but for your looser soils, like especially a lot of people grow like potato bags and stuff like that, it's an experiment you could try out if you want to try it. But anyway, till next time, guys, have a good one.